Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to get a quick video in here about the price of the Bitcoin MYK backed dollar. It is still at this point in time holding above $19, almost at $20. Touching along those lines, and want to basically just speak to in cryptocurrency, you never know what you're going to get. I was reading an article earlier today, and it was talking about the Doge team, Jackson Palmer, speaking about how the founders, one of the founders, had got rid of all his Dogecoin, and now he regrets, not having any. He thought Doge was a joke. He thought it was supposed to just be this big tale of caution, this cautionary tale about how careful you should be in cryptocurrency, that you shouldn't take a lot of this stuff serious. So we know the story of the meme coin Doge and what happens from there on. It becomes one of the greatest cryptocurrencies there ever was. And will the Bitcoin MYK backed dollar do something like that? Will it be one of these cryptocurrencies that people don't pay much attention to, that does these crazy price gains? I read another article. I like to tell the good with the bad. I read another article from someone speaking about Bitcoin MYK backed dollars today, and they said that when they first got the cryptocurrency, it was like $100, and then it went down to it's now slightly above $19, right? He wasn't saying that he wasn't able to cash out any, but he was saying that it was like dust or drops in the bucket. He wasn't getting much. The project Bitcoin MYK backed dollar is one of those projects that you just never know what you're going to get with them. It has been given out free. Its whole model is a freemium service token. So we just want to remind people that, unlike many communications about cryptocurrency that want you to go out and then purchase them, we want people to understand that this model is created to be this experiment to discourage whales, right? We've noticed a pattern and a problem with how whales overtake networks and how these cryptocurrencies implode. So this is cryptocurrency. It's kind of reminiscent of EOS voice, where the cryptocurrency does not, the cryptocurrency, is encouraged that that whales don't purchase the coin, right? So very important that you understand that this isn't one of those communications where we want you to run off and grab the cryptocurrency and spend all your money on it and lose money, because if that were the case, we would have set the model up differently. So most people are getting it free. We would just advise first get it free, see if you like it, and then if you see some things in the project you like, then you could think about that. Uh, but if you want to have an anti-whale coin, if you want to have a healthy network, then if you're selling the cryptocurrency to people, you're not going to get that. So what's the whole ordeal about it? What's going on, and why would we set it up that way, similar to EOS voice? Well, again, like we said, we've recognized a pattern we don't like, that we set out to try to solve that problem. If it's possible to be solved, we will find out if we're going to solve it, right? Um, so, pardon me, I got distracted for a moment. So yeah, that's the plan, to solve that problem in that way. Um, oh, what else? Yeah, so first absorb the cryptocurrency, observe it, see how it does. But I think before you actively get involved with it. Also, I think what I wanted to say was that you never know what you're going to get with this, because the structure of the Bitcoin NYK backed dollar, it is set up to kind of be this mix of Facebook and Bitcoin, right? So if you look at a model like Facebook and you look at the idea behind Facebook, Facebook is worth like $1 trillion, right? Uh, the model that Facebook works on is pretty much a freemium service, which means you don't. Most people who use Facebook, they don't use it to purchase anything, right? At least in the back of their minds, right? So Bitcoin NYK backed dollar slightly follows a similar model about building up this network, and we all own in the network, but by focusing on very easy user interfaces and wallet integration. So Bitcoin NYK backed dollars has a combination of Facebook and a wallet integration, right? And that's what we're banking on to give it value. Now, does that have to happen? Absolutely not. It does not have to occur, right? If you're focused on uh, quick money or dumping the coin as soon as you get it, probably not going to happen for you. But if you can understand that the concept, and if you believe in such ideas, and if you could, kind of envision a future that's going to depend on people owning their networks themselves and stuff like that, then it may make sense to you. A lot of problems with the way social media's platforms are run on blockchain technology in the crypto sphere is that the people with the most money control most of the network. But we know in Facebook models that don't rely on people coming in and purchasing the networks, we know that everybody kind of starts off from pretty much the same basis, and there is no stigma to that. And I think psychologically these things are very important, and if we can imitate the good parts of those things and discard the bad, I think we can get somewhere with that. So will it continue to hold over $19? Why is it even as high as it is now? Well, there could be a few reasons for that. Maybe people are banking on that the value is going to go up more. Maybe they're banking on I'm going to keep buying the cryptocurrency. Maybe maybe some people like universal bits going to come. Maybe some people just like the overall concept of it and they purchase the cryptocurrency and they hold. And we've had that happen as well. So it's hard to isolate this down to one thing, although I know some people want to. But it's all going to just depend on how people embrace this project, right? If this is what people really want. Through their communication, it seems like that's what they want sometimes. Most people want to at least they're in a type of equal, fair like system, even if in reality they don't, or if they don't believe it. And I think their internal mechanisms want them to believe that. So if they believe in those ideologies, that might sustain the value, right? All we know for now is that the market is just kind of trying to find a value, trying to find a price, and we don't know what that's going to end up being. It's all going to come down to the value that they're getting out of this, right? And if they value the model, but we'll see what happens with that. We'll see in comparison to other models, are those the type of models people want? Do you want a more fair, equal across the board model without big whales, or do you want the big whales controlling most of the network and like in a lottery like ticket sense, some of that trickling down to you? This has been just an endless debate across throughout history, these type of models and systems and which work where, when, and best. And, we are still, I think, trying to experiment with these things. But one thing for sure is as we move into the 21st century and more of this idea of age of abundance and 3D printers and houses that are being built $5,000, houses that are probably cost $50,000 being built 10 times less. There's going to be a lot of value transferring back to people. And many of the things and ideas we value may have a dramatic change from that of a 20th century model where people believe that everything had to be done on this more capitalist, dog eat dog, human selfish gene survival mechanism. Maybe this 21st century is going to change that. AI revolutions, robotics, the origin of the robot slave, a mechanical slave now doing all the work and labor, freeing up the human. Maybe those things are going to shift from this idea of comparing many of these such concepts as utopia. Maybe this will now shift from that and it will be possible to own a social network like Mark Zuckerberg and have a tremendous amount of value worth trillions of dollars just for being a participant in it. If you share ideas like that, this may be the project for you. Again, first, try to get the cryptocurrency free. You can earn them free just by signing up to the site. You do not have to buy them. Again, I'll say this again. A lot of people misunderstand this model. They think it's like more like a business model where you buy and wells are required to make this thing operate. No, not at all. This isn't one of those expensive, clunky blockchains. Although we do have our own blockchain, they are very cost effective to run. And because of that, we have very little well dependence on the system. And those type of things are going to be necessary in order to have a healthy cryptocurrency free blockchain. A lot of people don't like Donald Trump. I'm not one of his biggest fans, but one thing I can agree with Donald Trump was that anytime you have to depend on big money or wells to sustain a country, an economic system, or a network, or your campaign, you are not free. And those aren't the best systems. So I do agree with him on that. If your projects depend on that, then for them to achieve such a level of freedom, it's probably not going to be possible. But that's all I want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.